Bob here. So we're back on the Ferris with the Kawasaki FH580v. We're going to try to get the oil seal in today and the flywheel on, and maybe put the coils back on, and start our journey to putting this engine back together. So if you're interested, stay tuned. We'll get right into it. So we're back on the Ferris today. We've got some of our parts in. We haven't got them all. So in this video, what I'm going to try to accomplish is getting the oil seal in and the flywheel back on, and we may go ahead and try to reassemble the heads today. I'm waiting on the head to come, the used head, so we have a little prep work to those, but at least we'll get the oil seal in. And I'm going to have to come back to this breather gasket because it's going to be on delay. The kit is on delay. But we can go ahead and get the flywheel on, the oil seal in. If I have to come back later and change it, I will at a later date. Sometime before we finish, give the engine back to him. But at least if we get the flywheel on and we can get the heads on and the valves on, then I can spin it over some more and we can see if we do have a leak right here. And anyway, so what we'll do first is we've got this cleaned up really well, a lot better than it was anyway. And just want to blow this area out again. And you want to make sure that your crankshaft is clean. This area inside where the seal goes is clean. Well, anyway, there's the old seal, and that damage there is from where I pried it out. And this is the new seal, and it is of course you saw my last video, you saw the parts numbers. So what I like to do is, the main thing is you don't want to roll this seal when you're putting it on. So I put a little oil inside here, just a little bit. Whatever you want. Kind of, maybe a little bit on the crankshaft. Just to get it where it'll slide on down. And it doesn't hurt to put some in here if you want to. Every little bit helps. Lubricate it. That lubrication is good for everything. Alright. And then you just slide it over, and you want to put this side down, and you can try to just slide it in there. Like I said, you just want to get it flush too. So look at that. You just want to get this seal, this top piece flush with that right there. And to do that, I don't know if I have a socket big enough to go over it and hit it flat, so I've got my little rubber mallet here, and just ever so gently go over. I'm going to go see if I can find, I think I do have a tool for this I made a while back. Just hold on a second. But I do have one of these coupling things that came off a steel extended pole trimmer. It's just that grip thing, but it happens to be the perfect size to fit on this crank seal. And it's hollow, so it'll fit over the crankshaft. And then you can just slide that right over there, and it's on the outside edges, so it's not any problem. And just kind of nice and slow, even all the way around. And if it's going down, you want to check and make sure that this seal is not rolling any. So sometimes you just got to deal with what you got, but this is perfect for that. This is perfect for that. And then just even all the way around. If you could hit it square, you could take a piece of flat block and lay over here sure that it's good and it's going in even all the way around. So like this back side's a little light. Come on. But once it goes, it's gone. You want to make sure it doesn't roll. I'm like Tom Dobie, my eyes are bad too. And if it gets uneven a little bit, then you can take your tap once you get it started, your punch, and just go the rest of the way with it. But light hits, you don't want to damage it. Now take your time. We are almost there, fellas. Like I said. So now, I think I got that pretty good. And you'll know when it hits, it'll be flush. Still got a little bit more to go. And I kind of let the punch lip hang over to the edge off the seal so that I don't go too far with it and I don't damage anything. Hear that noise sound different? When it starts making that, you're flush. Alright. Alright, I believe we're in, fellas. Blow that off one more time. And there you go. Nice and flush all the way around. And if you're not sure, you didn't pay attention, but I've got another engine over here that's got a, hold on, let me just take you off the tripod. Well now, I'm gonna go ahead and put the flywheel on while we're here. I want to do it all in one shot, but so that's in there, and we're flush. We should be good. So then you got to put your Woodruff key back in, and it goes with the half moon side in. And you can still use this again. Try not to hit this stator any. And if you want to, you can use this same punch. Make sure you're on there. And well, Maybe you can see that, so it's like that. Alright. Then we're going to take our flywheel. We're going to line up the keyway hole with the keyway. And don't get your fingers under here, or you'll be regretting it. Kind of have to line that up. And we're good. Alright. Now, we got the flywheel back on. I'm going to pause for just a second right here. Now we're going to put the fan back on, and this plate needs to go down first. Well, it needs to go in here, and you'll see how it's got, there's 3 little tabs right there. So, and they go where these are pointing up. Like in those little slots right there. Alright. So we got that on there. And then if you notice on the bottom side, there's a little divot that sticks out. You want to line that up where your Allen keyhole is, or your Woodruff keyhole is, on the flywheel. It'll fit right in there. And that just kind of helps it keep everything locked in place. And you got your washer. Boom. And your flywheel nut. Hold on, I'm forgetting to. I forgot my cup. Forgot this. So the 3 tabs that are sticking up on that plate go in the 3 holes on here. Just like that. And then your washer. Then your flywheel nut. Back, or you can torque it. I never torque it. I always just impact it down. Yeah, and that's all I ever do. I mean, you can take the torque wrench and check it from there. Everything's good and locked in place. Alright, so that's the flywheel, the oil seal and the flywheel and the fan back on. And now we can go ahead and set these coils if you want to. So let's do that next. So we've got the coils lined up. So we got our handy dandy coil gapper here. Just a regular old business card will do. And you just want to spin this thing around till your magnets come around. And you want to make the business card the gap in between the magnet and the coil. And you'll see it. It'll pull that coil nice and tight to the flywheel, and 10mm will take care of this. You don't want to go too tight on them, but you want them tight enough. I like to tighten this one down back here first, because if you tighten this one, it tends to want to pull that coil at an angle. But you can do it however. Like I said, I don't want to get too tight, but you don't want it vibrating loose. Alright, that one should be good. Get our card out, come around to this one. Same thing. Spin it till the magnets line up with the coil. Good deal. Yep. Same thing. Tighten her down. Alright, fellas. Like I said, snug but not too tight. I don't even know what the spec is. I know it's some kind of inch pound. Alright, so then you can spin it. Get that card out, and then you want to go around by hand to make sure it's not hitting the magnets. And it's not. Alright, so there you go. The coils are gapped and ready to go. Now we're just waiting on the heads, and we'll get the heads on next. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that in this video. So we'll wait a few minutes and see. I'm kind of waiting on delivery. The reason I could go ahead and put this head on, but I'm waiting on the valve guide seals as well. So we'll probably just stop this video right here. We've got our coils regapped, we've got our flywheel on, we've got the oil seal put in, and so we'll just stop this one right here. So hope you enjoyed it. Hit that like button, subscribe to my channel, and we'll see you when we get back to you, which will be putting the heads on and whatever else we can cover in about 12 to 15 minutes, because that's all I can record at one time. So see you on the next one.